Good day, yogis, and welcome back onto the mat with me for today's Yin Yoga session. So for today's session, we're going to focus on an energizing Yin sequence that you can practice either first thing in the morning or anytime you're looking for a bit of an energy boost, feeling like you're going through a little bit of a slump. So the postures that we'll be doing today will be long holding for 3 to 5 minutes each. So get ready, grab your mat, grab a couple of blocks or books if you have them, and I think that's all we'll need for today's practice. So let's begin. Coming into an easy seated posture, legs crossed in front of the body in Sukhasana or easy seat. From here, let's rest the palms on the knees, or the backs of the hands, shall I say, palms facing upward, and just allow yourself now to close the eyes. Beginning to focus and bring awareness to the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Allowing the shoulders to drift away from the ears as you lengthen up from the base of the spine, moving up one vertebra at a time, lengthening up until you get to the base of the neck, creating a clear channel, pressing both sit bones equally into the ground beneath you, allowing yourself some moments here. Begin to notice sounds around you within the room, and then allow your focus and awareness to travel a bit further to sounds outside of the room. Just picking up one sound after the other, not attaching with any emotional thought to the sound, just noticing. Nudge the awareness back to the breath. As you begin to follow a deep inhalation through the nose, and then follow the exhale as the air leaves the lungs, travels up through the throat and out through the mouth. Becoming the observer of the breath, we allow ourselves to pull away from the monkey mind, from thoughts that flitter in and out. And then tapping into the space of stillness that lies within. Allowing yourself just a few more moments here, letting go into this meditation. Whole body is relaxed. Gently release awareness of breath and just notice how quietly the breath operates in the background. Couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, gently bring your awareness back into the room by fluttering the eyes open. So we move straight into the first of our shapes in Yin Yoga. We don't do any warm-up in Yin Yoga because we move straight into stretching through the connective tissues, ligaments and fascial layer of the body. So we don't need the muscles to be warm for that. So the first shape we'll be doing and going into is called dangling. So let's come up into standing. It's one of the only standing postures in Yin Yoga. So we're going to start off by standing nice and tall. Feet are hip-width distance apart, grounding down into the mat. Arms come out beside the thighs, palms facing forward. Open up the chest. Take a moment here. One more inhale. And as you exhale, begin to fold forward, slowly rolling right over. You can take a micro bend through the knees here. Allow the whole torso to melt over the top of the thighs, and then bring the hands onto the elbows and allow the head to nod yes and no, not holding any tension through the neck. We are here for 5 minutes. So just allowing yourself to release full tension. You're taking a lengthen through the spine. You're taking a gentle stretch through the hamstrings. Begin, focus and awareness back to the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Allowing yourself to fully melt over the thighs. If this posture is a little bit inaccessible for you, you can bend even further over the thighs and you can rest the hands onto the floor so you have a little bit more support. If at all you start to feel that the shape is becoming a bit much, you can just gently straighten up the knees and take a little rest, gazing down towards the floor. Let's continue now for our 4 more minutes. Bringing full focus and awareness to the breath by deeply inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Feeling as though all tension is melting and pouring out from the base of the spine, past every vertebra, and then pouring out through the top of the head, grounding the standing feet down into the mat. Gently clasping onto each elbow, shoulders are soft, no tension. Deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Feeling stress and tension melt through the body as you find this beautiful stretch through the hamstring, this beautiful way of elongating and allowing the spine to separate vertebra by vertebra, creating space. Once more, working to the principles of Yin Yoga. First of all, looking for your edge, your appropriate edge of 5. Then resolving into stillness and holding the posture. So really allowing yourself to quieten the mind here, fully focusing on the breath. We're moving into the last 30 seconds in the shape. Where can you soften just that little more? Maybe allow the hands just to gently drift down towards the mat for a moment. Once more, as you breathe in and out, expanding through the rib cage. And as you exhale, seeing if you can fold forward a little bit more, relaxing, letting go. And you can gently place the palms down onto the ground Straighten the knees, roll the hands up into the hips and gently begin to roll out one vertebra at a time, coming into standing. From here, let's drop down onto the mat. We're going to go into the next shape, which is called deer pose. So, for the sake of demonstrating on your mat, sit on the mat with the short edge facing forward. So have the left leg in front of the right leg, sitting with the legs crossed. Then we shift the left leg out so that the shin is perpendicular to the top edge of your mat. We take the right leg out towards the side of the mat so that the shin is now in line with the long edge of the mat. So to show you what this looks like from the front view, we can also do that. So, left shin perpendicular to the short edge of the mat or to the long edge, and then the right knee in line with the hip and the leg out towards the side. Shin is in a straight line, both feet are flexed. So from here, we gently bring the right hand over to the left knee and flatten down. So just get alignment here first. Then we have two options. You can either twist around a little further, opening up through the chest and gazing over the left shoulder, and then we'll hold here for 3 minutes. Or if you'd like to take this posture a little bit further, you can come over to the side, allowing yourself to go over into a side fold and to drop down onto the forehead or the area of the third eye. So just breathing in and out here, we are staying for 3 minutes. So again, look for what works for you. Look for the shape that is speaking to you at that edge of a 5. So I'm quite feeling this slight twist. And then you can close the eyes and allow yourself to go within. Having found your edge of a 5, allowing yourself to let go. Once more, turning to the breath as you deeply inhale and exhale through the nose. Deep breaths, all the while focusing on the breath. Working on alignment of the hips here with an external and internal rotation of the hips. Beautiful deep breaths, all the while twisting over and sinking down into the shape. Resolving to find stillness and hold the posture. Moving into the last 30 seconds here. Gently allowing yourself to come back forward, going straight into the same shape, but now with the right leg forward. So keeping the right foot in front of the left shin. Let's line ourselves now for deer pose on the second side. So allowing the right foot to sweep out, shin is in line with either the front edge or the side of your mat, and then we're sweeping the left knee out towards the side, in line with the hip, and then gently left hand on right knee, and gently twist around to the right side, gazing over the shoulder, making sure that we're opening up the chest, expanding. Once you find your appropriate edge, closing the eyes and letting go. And then once more, as I mentioned, if you want to take this further, you can take the side stretch as well, lowering the forehead down towards the ground, and then holding here. So wherever you're feeling this stretch today. We're here for another 2 minutes, just letting go, allowing your body to melt into the shape. Once more, we're taking an internal rotation and an external rotation in the hip, allowing some balance as we move through the shape from one side to the other. Both feet are flexed. Moving into the last minute here, just adjusting wherever you need to, softening and letting go, feeling the target area here through the gentle twist and possibly sensations within the hips. Once more, working to the principles of finding your appropriate edge and then resolving to be still and holding the posture. Come back forward, sweep the legs around. We're coming into our next posture or shape, which is side seal. So come down onto the mat. We're going to start this one off by lying the full front of the body on the mat, and then gently raise yourself up into Sphinx. So we're going to work on alignment here first, bringing the elbows under the shoulders. And then from here, we're going to roll over onto the right hip. So hip over hip, feet are above feet, and then we're gently going to raise up onto the right palm and straightening the arm, taking a lovely side bend through the body. Left hand just relaxes on the mat, close the eyes, and we hold here for 3 minutes. Now, if this is too much for you and you'd like to take it a bit easier, you can bend the knees and bring them towards the front of the mat and rest on the elbow and just stay here. This might be your edge of a 5, and that's fine. Just be here for the 3 minutes. If not, and if you're okay, then we line once more, hip over hip, and raising up and closing eyes, and let's go for 3 minutes. side seal. Relax through the fingers, relax the shoulders. Target area of the stretch is this beautiful extension through the side body. Awareness and focus once more to the breath. And maybe noticing if you're holding any muscular tension in the legs, maybe you can relax there. Allowing yourself to fully immerse and melt into the shape. We're moving into the last minute now of side seal. Maybe just see where you can surrender down just that much more. Just take your full tour of the body here, noticing where there's tension and where there's softness. Gently lower down onto the elbow, roll over onto the back once more. Roll the elbows out to the edges of the mat, place one hand on top of the other. Rest the forehead and just gently move the hips from side to side just to stretch out through the low back. And then we get ready to align ourselves once more, going to the left side. Arms are once again in Sphinx, elbows are underneath the knees, the shoulders. Gently roll over onto the left hip, one leg above the other. And then when you're ready, we raise ourselves up into side seal. So once more, settling into the shape. We're here for 3 minutes. Resolve to be still, hold the posture, go within. Focus and awareness to the breath as you follow your inhalation and exhalation. Noticing the pockets of tension within the body. Noticing the spaces where there's softness. And just melting down into that softness. Allowing yourself this time to let go. This time to stretch through the ligaments, connective tissues, fascial layer of the body. By long holding these postures. We're moving into the last minute of our stretch. Side seal pose. Just seeing where you can soften just that little more. Where you can allow the body to fold into the shape. Just surrendering in these final moments in side seal. Gently lower the elbow, roll back onto the belly, bring the hands out, elbows, to the side, rest the forehead on the hands and gently rock from side to side, loosening up through the hips and the lower back. Getting ready now to come into the next shape, which is called cat pulling tail. So we're going to roll over onto the right side of the body. We're going to extend the arms right over, so you're creating a straight line from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. We then take the right leg and bend it. Left arm grabs hold of the right foot, so over the front of the foot, and then we begin to walk or draw the left foot over, grabbing hold of the toe as we pull the right foot back and away. So once you're there, you can gently shift the shoulders so that you're trying to get both shoulder blades on the ground, gazing up to the ceiling, and hold for 3 minutes. You should be feeling this possibly through the hamstrings, into the knee insertion, through the quad of the right leg. Again, look for that edge of a 5, so don't go past that. This shape is called cat pulling its tail. So just allow yourself to settle, and in your mind, just picture the shape and allow the body to soften and let go. Maybe adjusting from time to time if you feel that the shape is easing up for you. Just feeling what this is presenting to your body. Focus and awareness back to the breath as you deeply inhale and exhale through the nose. Maybe take a couple of deep sighs, shift energy through the body here. We're moving into our last minute of cat pulling its tail. Just where can you consciously soften muscle tension that bit more? Allowing yourself to fully surrender for these last seconds. Gently return left foot over right foot. So go back into the shape you came into, cat pulling its tail in the first place. And then you're going to gently roll over now onto the other side. I'm going to shift my body over so that you can still see me and align myself once more. So now lying on the left side of the body, arms stretched up overhead, so hips are stacked over hips. We're going to take the left leg now underneath or sweeping it to the back of the body, grab hold of the foot, and then we're going to draw the right leg up, grabbing hold of the toes, and then gently begin to shift the left shoulder so that you're coming into a bit of a twist through the upper body. And then hold and breathe. Surrendering into the shape, close the eyes and just feel what's going on. Target area once more, possibly over the left quad and the hamstring of the right leg. And a lovely twist. I'm assuming this posture is also great for the digestive system as we're taking this twist. And I can feel the thigh against my belly, so just tapping into that space. Allowing yourself to surrender into whatever the shape presents for you. Are you able to let go here? Softening the body, softening the mind. Moving into the last minute here, just noticing if you're still following the 3 principles of Yin Yoga. Are you able to completely surrender into the shape? Gently rolling out, going back onto the side till you roll over onto the belly. Once more drawing the elbows out, palm above palm, rest the forehead, gently rock from side to side. Let's take just half a minute on each side, with leg out, flattening the hip, dropping the forehead. So just a half a minute here, opening up into this front hip. Knee is in line with the hip, ankle is in line with the knee. 2 more breaths. And then gently bring the leg back onto the mat. Let's go into the other side. So knee is in line with hip, ankle is in line with knee. Just allow yourself to settle down here for 30 seconds. Some deep breaths. We're about ready to go into our last posture, which is called Snail. So taking 2 more breaths here. Gently return the knee, tuck the toes, press yourself up. We're coming over onto the back. So taking our last shape, which is called Snail Pose, and we're going to be here for 3 minutes. So coming down onto the mat, let's make sure that if you've got a ponytail or something that restricts having the head fully rooted into the ground, that you move that out of the way. So for those that know Hatha Yoga, this is called plow pose. And we go into this, if you have any issues with the neck, maybe avoid this pose and just stay in reclined child's pose, having the feet up above the body and just holding the feet down. But if not, you can gently come into snail by rolling up, lifting up the hips, and then we're gently going to reach the feet over, toes will touch. You can gently adjust through the shoulders here, lower the arms, palms facing upward, to hold here for 3 minutes. Once more, bring focus and awareness to the breath, and just allow yourself to sink into the shape. Don't move the head either right or left, keep everything very pinned. If this posture is too much for you, then just roll out and go into reclined child's. Quieten the mind once more. Allow yourself to turn inwards as you focus on the breath. Pressing the forearms into the mat. Arms are your anchors here. Allow yourself to fully surrender in snail pose. We've got another 2 minutes here. Deeply inhaling and exhaling through the nose, inhaling and exhaling into the belly. For those of you that would like to take the shape further, you can lower the knees down to the ground and draw the arms up overhead and just stay here. Moving into the last minute of our stretch. Gently press the palms. So the palms were facing up, press them down into the mat and begin to roll out by gently rolling down one vertebra at a time. So use the hands as brakes. They press down into the earth and they allow you to stay controlled as you roll out one vertebra at a time, slowly returning the spine onto the mat. Raise the legs up for a moment. Take a few breaths here before lowering the feet down and coming into Shavasana. So corpse pose, final relaxation. Allow the feet to drift out, to be at the edges of the mat. The arms come out beside you, palms facing upward. If you're practicing wherever it's a little bit cold, you may want to grab hold of some socks and a blanket, and then just allow yourself to completely relax and let go. Allow the body to soak up the practice. Allow the body to assimilate the work that has just been done. Let go and relax. Just beginning to scan through the body now. We begin with the toes, the soles of the feet moving into the ankles. Scanning here for any tension, letting go and relaxing. Moving up now through the shins into the knees, softening through the calves. Whole body is soft as you let go and relax. Moving up into the thighs, the hamstrings, the hips. Belly is soft. Chest is soft. Shoulders are melting down into the ground as you let go and relax. Bring awareness now to the tips of your fingers, moving into the palms, the wrists, moving up through the forearms, into the elbows and upper arms, allowing the whole body to surrender into the ground and relax. Softening through the chest, through the shoulders and into the neck. Unclench the jaw. Soften the muscles around the mouth and the eyes. Soften the area of the third eye. Move up to the crown and finally to the back of your head where it's resting on your mat. Allowing the whole body to sink down that little deeper as you completely let go and relax. Allow yourself a few more moments in stillness. Allow yourself time to relax. And you can gently bring your awareness now back to the breath, deeply inhaling and exhaling. Gently begin to wriggle the toes, bringing some movement back into the feet, taking the tip of the thumb and drawing it across the tips of the fingers, allowing the head to roll over from one side to the other. Gently drawing the arms up overhead, taking a last deep stretch. Before rolling onto either your right or your left side, and then gently rolling back up into easy seat or Sukhasana, allowing yourself to come back up, resting. Drop the hands onto the knees, bring the hands together into prayer position. Begin to rub the palms, generating some warmth between the hands, resting the hands into your heart center. I leave you with some words by Rumi, who wrote, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in one drop." Take a deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, bow your nose down to the fingertips. Acknowledging yourself. And gently raise the head up once more. And I thank you for joining me for practice today. Wishing you a great day further. Namaste.